All right, here's the new 07 150R. It's got really great compression. By far the best I've seen. No, but for real. I think it has a little dent in there. Broken plastic. Suspension is sloppy. Other than that, it's a pretty good bike. Can't complain. Got it for a decent deal. So I just got this whole thing washed up. Came out super clean. Next, we're gonna start draining all the oil and transmission oil. Then we're gonna tear this engine apart and see what's wrong with it. And then as for everything else, we're just gonna check over again, look over it, and see what we gotta order. All right, so now we got the suspension out. It's lying down right here, and as you can see, it is definitely leaky down there. So we're definitely gonna be getting a new shock for it. We're just gonna swap it out with one. If I could find one. Over here, I took the water pump cover off. It is looking really good. And the gasket looks really good as well. And I'm also gonna try and get a new one of those. And I also got the header off, so now we're finally gonna take the carburetor off. Then we're gonna get into the engine. This is what the valves look like. A lot of carbon buildup, some gasket still remaining. Yeah. Oh crap, hell. No up and down play. Now that we got all the major engine components out, let's assess the damage. Most likely I'm going to be getting an Outlaw Racing stainless steel valve kit with the heavy duty springs. I've used those before and they're awesome. As for the camshaft, it also looks really good, really clean. Not a lot of excess wear on the intake nor exhaust cam lobes, so that looks great. But over here, I'm not sure if I'm gonna have to hone the cylinder or not, because as you could see, all I know is that that's not normal. I don't know, so I'm gonna do some research and I'll see whether I have to hone it or not. So it's been a couple of days later, and as you could tell, we got the stator cover off and the flywheel off as well. And over here, we got some parts earlier than expected. Some new valves, all stainless steel intake and exhaust. Some heavier springs and the valve seals, and then the cotter valves. So for those who have never taken apart a valve before, all you need to do is buy one of these kits that are meant to extract an engine valve. And you're gonna have one on the bottom that presses up against the valve, and then the one on top uses lever and it compresses the spring. And then you could simply get a magnet just like that. So we just took all the valves out and cleaned up everything in there so it's all clean and ready to go. Next we're gonna put all these valves in, lap them, and then install the new springs. So I just got done lapping all the valves, and as you can see, this is what the valve is supposed to look like. Nice and shiny, smooth all around. It's gonna have a grayish tint to it. And to tell if they are properly lapped, if they sound like this, then they're properly lapped. All right, so first we're gonna be working on the intake valve right here. Then I'm gonna get the seat, the valve seat, valve seal. And I'm gonna gently put it on there. Just slide your valve right through. Get your intake spring, since this is the intake valve. Little retainer, valve collet's ready. And then you're gonna start compressing that. We got the valve on there and on here as well. You wanna slide these valve collets in. You wanna place them in there. And when you get done, this is what it's going to look like. All right guys, so this is the finished product. We are all finished. All these valves are lapped. We got the fresh new valves, springs, and valve seals in there. So this head is pretty much ready to go. I just got the new Vertex piston. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this bolt off. I'm gonna take this one off as well. Slide the cam chain out, take this piston off, then install the new cam chain and piston. All right, so it's been a couple of hours later and we finally got the piston circlips in. We're gonna slip on the cylinder, slip up the timing chain, and then we're finally gonna be able to slip on the head. So we did get the cylinder on, but just to make sure that this piston and everything travels smoothly, we're just gonna slowly Well, guys, we finally did it. We finally got this 150R running. I think it's going on like 4 months now since the last time I posted. I'm actually very sorry about that. I didn't mean for this to take this long, but honestly, I've just been procrastinating on this because after sometime in the video, when I rebuilt the original carburetor, this is actually one that I bought for like $100, so it's a pretty good carburetor. I switched some of the OEM parts, but long story short, this thing wouldn't start, and I actually was gonna take it to the mechanics because that's like how bad it was. But basically, it was actually the stator, so I had to replace the stator, and you know, that was pretty annoying. So 2 gaskets later, new carburetor later, because that was still needed because the leak jet was stripped out. And let's see, there's one more thing. There's a couple plastics that don't have bolts, but coolant, oil, everything has all the fluid. And then it's just the brakes, so I just gotta bleed the brakes. But also I did put the seals in wrong, so what you saw in the video, don't do that. Feel free to message me if you have questions about that, but let's see, that's pretty much it. I'll start it up for you guys because it always sounds better off the GoPro or on a phone. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Proper way to get on. I'll start. Anyways, guys, that's going to be a wrap for today's video, and leave a comment down below if I should take this out for a spin or perhaps keep it. Who knows? Anyways, I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching. Peace.